Daytona 500 champion is with us now on this special NASCAR Race Hub. I know you love watching those clips. We enjoyed them last week when you were in studio back in Charlotte. As you come to Daytona, do you swell up a little bit? Does your confidence level rise?
Absolutely. No question about it. I can't help but feel confident, right? I said it before. I feel like you have to have three facets to win on Sunday. You're going to have the skill set, you're going to have execution, and you're going to have luck. I believe that the driver's skill set is 50%. You've got 20% that is the execution of your day, not making mistakes, and then 30% is luck. That is not causing a wreck or being in the wrong place at the wrong time when a wreck happens. So, and it's like playing the pick three in your local lottery. It's hard to get all three of those numbers to line up on one day.
Yeah.
And it is why some, the best that's ever driven at this track, Daytona, Dale Earnhardt only won this race once because one of those elements took him out on most of his attempts.
But Denny, your numbers at Daytona, even above beyond the 3 wins, is pretty off the chart when you look at top 5s and top 10s. You were good enough to join us on our Race Hub show last week, and you were sharing with us just what a difference this new car is, that you're still trying to figure out exactly where it needs to be when it comes to super speedway racing.
Yeah, certainly. It's a different type of racing than we've seen in the past. I mean, I think the execution number that percentage probably has gone up a little more because you cannot go from the back to the front nearly as quickly as you could in the past. You could do it in less than one fuel run. I think it takes multiple fuel runs for you, if you have a penalty or you make a mistake on pit road, to get back to the actual front, not just in 6th or 7th, but the actual front. So I think execution is going to be a big one. You cannot make mistakes, and especially with the 2-wide racing that we're going to see, you better pick the right line.
I have to say, Media Day is always one of my favorites of the year because everyone is optimistic, because everyone is undefeated this time of year. You get a little news, a couple of contract extensions announced today, so that's always positive. You get some bizarre stories. Earlier today, Austin Cindric told us that he had jury duty in the offseason, but the best thing today has to be the fact that you unveiled you'd like to buy a pickleball team. Where do you come up with this stuff?
Yeah. Well, the opportunity was presented to me to invest a certain percentage into one of the professional teams. I think it's a sport that's on the rise.
Oh,
so
no doubt.
I'm going to try to get in on it while it's good. So I'm more jealous of the Austin Cindric. I'm such a true crime fan that, like, for him to, he didn't just have one from somebody not paying his taxes, right? He got thrown into the deep end with with that kind of trial. So certainly I've never been part of jury duty, but I'm a little jealous of Austin getting that opportunity.
He's had a very eventful few weeks. He served jury duty, had to break into his own motor coach last night because he couldn't get in. So it's been pretty eventful for him.
Well, he had good fortune here last year, so it's all just catching up, I guess.
Denny, I like to call it maybe chasing 4. I won't say if you get your next Daytona 500 win. I'm going to actually say when you get it. You're going to join some elite company. Richard Petty, who's won it 7 times, and Cale Yarborough, who's won it 4. You would become only the 3rd driver to have 4 or more Daytona 500 wins. That's pretty cool.
It is, and I mean, the sense of pride comes from knowing that, when Richard and Cale was doing it, right, they were probably battling each other and maybe a few other cars on the lead lap. It was just, the luck wasn't as big of a factor as it is now, simply because our cars are more tightly packed. So getting caught up in a wreck is a bigger factor than it was back in those days. But man, that's elite company. I just can't even describe. Like I just said, like, if I never won one Daytona 500, that's the one thing that would have really bugged me in my career. Maybe as much or more than a championship, just simply because this is the race where you have the most time to prepare. The teams bring all they got. Like, it's such a big event that, I'm glad I got one, much less, the 3 that we've got.
Should you be the favorite Sunday? Vegas doesn't have you at the top of the board. You're right near the top, but do you?
I mean, I think that if I have the luck factor, I think certainly I'm going to be in the picture or the story of who wins it for sure.
What was the trifecta? What'd you call that thing? The 3
facets.
Yes, yeah. What'd you call it? The Powerball? I don't know what.
Oh,
you had some kind of lottery.
You gotta have the pick 3.
The pick 3. There you go.
All line up,
and then there's the pickleball team.
That too.
Don't pick this 3. It's going downhill fast. Thanks, Denny, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.